sound.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the taunts. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch him now, Barney.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not my house, baby. Not my house. Not my house. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Detroit!
1st down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Over.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Set. 3:19.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Take it at the 37. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back, because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing, Mayfield, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The quick slant cut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mayfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mayfield on play action. Toward the right sideline. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
Come from a long distance and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
And again, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well.
Comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
This is taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gone.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now let's go.
A first down throw from Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion,
Right,
second and 10 from the 22.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On second down, Mayfield again. Flushed out right. Just keeping the play alive. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll run it here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield down. Flush to his right. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Set. Green, 30.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 36 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So that'll back them up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Set. 319. 319.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Blue, 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Green, 39.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Emmanuel Ogbah in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Pardon, there was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. A screen to Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That play seems to never work, but they were able to draw him off on 4th, and now it's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will get him one closer. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one goes for 24 yards. Mayfield now from the 50. To the left side here for Eifert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's got this down to the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Green 39. Over.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Mayfield off the play fake. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Titans getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Following the interception, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Browns continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the in games like this, you know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Play action. They'll throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Titans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mayfield now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the 1st quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Agba in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Agba in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.